Hey everyone, welcome back. As you all know, or most of you know, first and foremost, I'm a foster carer, and we've been on a particularly roller coaster of a ride over the last few weeks, hence my very sporadic appearances on here. I'm hoping that is now all sorted out so I can... Right, I thought a bit of journaling, because that's what makes me happy. So that's what I'm going to go for. And I'm going to do something different. So we're going to do paint. Now I've got, when I was clearing out my stuff, I found, I don't know how, I think I bought these when they first came out. These are the Tim Holtz paper dolls. They're a bit battered, well the packaging certainly is, because I haven't, I think I opened them and I think maybe I've used one. So is that right? Come on, got to do this. Now I have a brayer roller to you and me. I have a what are these called? Wax paper pads that you put the paint on, and I'm going to do a background because I've got 2 blank pages. White can be a bit iffy, so I couldn't decide what colour scheme to go for. So I have 3 types of sort of blue, grey, green, which I quite like. That is my all-time favourite. These are by Paper Artsy. This one is mulberry, and I love that colour, and I'm hoping it will go with that, and then maybe brighten it up with some white. So let's start with the darker one, and I am just going to go for this, and if it works, great. If it doesn't work, oh well. Come on. So it's been that long. Ooh, that my paints are. That was an awful lot of paint. Let me just. I really know I don't need that much. Okay, let's just get rid of some of that. Oh, that's miles too much paint. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm just getting an even coating on this, and I am finding it increasingly difficult in my journal to write on this side, but okay on that side. So my intention was to keep this one fairly white. That obviously has gone out the window. Okay, that'll do as a reasonable background. Let's go for something a bit lighter. So Deco Art, and this one is Blue Mist. Try not to put quite so much paint on. I'm just gonna sort of fill in the gaps-ish. If you don't like it, you can always go back over with white gesso, and all is good with the world. Okay, that looks a bit of a mess at the moment, so I'm gonna put some, it's just some cheap and cheerful white onto it. Just to take it back a little bit, because it's a bit bright, even for my liking, and I like bright things. Okay, so let's go with that Spanish mulberry. I keep forgetting that I don't need this much paint. I never needed this much paint. And then it's like, maybe I do. It's all about having fun. I have decided that's what my journal is for. A bit of fun. So the idea was to try and make a background that I could actually decorate on this side and perhaps write on that side. Okay, that's looking a bit of a mess at the moment, but I promise it will get better. Ooh, an explosion of colour there. It just looks a little dark at the minute, so let's just... And then what I'll do is I will go over... Well, I'm liking... See, that one is too dark. That's better. Right, now what I'm going to do is just go over the whole lot with some... Just... If I can get the paint out. A bit of white just to tie it all together, I think. As I said, if it doesn't work, I'll just repaint everything. Right, first of all that side, because I need to be able to write on that side. That's better. I don't want to cover it all up, but I do want to just tie it all in if I can, and then maybe just add a pop of colour. Now that I'm liking. Eee, that looks awful on the photo. Actually, okay, let's try putting in. Never tried this, but let's give it a go. Well, that works. Yep, I like that. Now I do have an idea of what I want down here. So what I'm going to try and do is use up some of these doll figures. So and I figured if I have some of these seated ones, they're gonna need, I was thinking, oh, a bench, I could draw a bench for them, or draw a seat, and I thought, let's paint one. Ish. Yep, I'm quite liking that. Let's just bring that down a bit. Okay, and that maybe. I'm using this because I can't, my brushes are all over the place. We've been doing something called art therapy, which is interesting, but very time consuming. I am going to have so much paint on the other page. It doesn't matter how hard I try to be careful. It just never quite works. I'm going to leave that dark for the moment. Unpeel that one. Right, I'm just going to dry all this lot off. Okay, that's quite dry. I made up some texture paste the other day, and I have got a recipe that I use, but this time I always used to use talcum powder, and and it always went a bit grey. So this one I've used the same thing, but I was having a mooch around Pinterest, as I do, and I found people using cornstarch. Now I think I've added a bit too much glue to this one, because it's a bit icing sugar type, but I do actually love the colour. It's proper white. So all it was I started off actually with a 1/4 cup of corn flour, and then used white PVA glue, and an equal amount of white acrylic paint. Mixed it all together. It wasn't quite as thick as I like it, so I just kept adding corn flour until I got it the thickness I wanted, and I have to say, very good. It is more like icing sugar, but this recipe is, I've found it, I've been messing around with it, and it is waterproof, so I was quite happy with that. So it's corn flour, white and equal amounts of white acrylic paint and white PVA glue, and that has done the trick for me. I just keep mixing. If it's not quite thick enough, add more corn flour. Okay, that's why I wanted a darker background, because I really wanted the white to show up on it. I'm liking that. Yes, now that's what I wanted. And I was thinking maybe that one on the top. Do you know what? I'm going to put it on this side, I think. Just to add a bit of continuity. So I am sorry if my arm keeps getting in the way. I always put too much on. Oh, I think this one's going to have a pink tinge to it. That will teach me to clean my stencils off after I've used them. Oh, actually, that's a cheap way of colouring things, isn't it? Don't clean your stencils and scrape the paint off. Ooh, pink. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's good. Right, I am going to go and dry this lot off and clean my stencils up, because this stuff does set solid, and I'll be right back. Right, everything is now dried off. I'm looking at it, and I've printed off some. I found a couple of quotes, and I've printed off which I intend to put on. But I want to add some stamping first. Now I've got a couple of background stamps that looks a bit awful, but that is because I haven't got it lined up. This was off Amazon, I think. I just wanted, I should have done this first, I think, before I put the texture paste on, but it's like, oh well, never mind. And then I've got the Ledger Script one from Tim Holtz, Stampers Anonymous. And I just want to put a bit of, I don't know, it needs something. Whoops. So I have some Dove Grey from Stays On. which is nice and light, so it shouldn't overpower anything else that I put on it. Okay, let's do this the easy way. And it's also waterproof, so if I decide I'm not that keen on it, hopefully it will I just want odd bits, so there's a bit there. Let's just add some in there, and how about, seeing as I've now got to fit it around my flowers, some down there. Oh, that's better. That just sort of brings it all together. I move the light a little. There we go. Now I'm thinking I'm probably going to do the same on this side, so I'm just going to use the bigger one, I think, on that side. I can't find my big block at the moment, hence why I'm using this one. So let's start off down there, and then just add bits. That's better. Yes, okay, that's good, like that. Oh, right, I'm just going to change my battery and I'll be right back. Okay, battery changed. Now I want something. I've got these. It's a really old stamp that I took off a block. I'm thinking, do I want one up there? Yes, I think so. Okay, now I'm going to use black for this one, so it stays on black. I think that's got it. This one doesn't stick. So I've sort of got out of the habit of using blocks for a lot of these things. Let's put that underneath. I'm going to put some more. To come. Now I am going to put my words down there, but I'm thinking, oh yeah, like that. I was having a play around with it earlier on. It looks a bit stark. So, put my lids on that. What I'm going to do is I started to put a bit of distress ink on the corner just to get it a bit, perhaps tone it down a little bit. So I am just going to run round. This is a piece of wax paper that I put at the back, which just helps. Now is that dry? Okay, let's start down here. The wax paper just helps me go on and off the page. Let's hope these are dry. But I am going to do this side at the same time, I think. Now, because this is one of the oxide ones, it will fade a little bit. Joy. Now, I don't know if I can get these off. Ooh. Okay, I am really liking this nude texture paste. Oh yeah. Now if you think you've got a bit too much on in one place, because I've got paint underneath my paper, I can actually go in if I want, and this is a baby wipe, and just rub it back a bit if I wanted to. Although actually I've taken too much off now, so let's go in and just put some back on. But you get the general idea. Okay, so that makes that look a bit more vintage. Now I've got some, this is actually a Tombow pen, but it's a bright pink, no, a dark pink, sorry. I'm just going to go in and just, that isn't going to show up, I don't think. Oh, it will. I'm just colouring in the flowers. I think a lot of this will be hidden by my words, but let's see. Where it hasn't stamped, you can add a bit of definition. I used to be really careful at doing this and then figured actually I don't mind it quite messy. Okay, so that's coloured in that side. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could go on this side and colour in the texture paste. It's got to be one of the nicest things about doing your own journal. Is doing what makes you happy. Okay, I think I will leave it at that. Right, now I've got these figures, excuse my hands coming across the camera. I picked out a few. This one, I'd actually tried colouring in her shoes just to give it a colour. Didn't quite work out. It sort of shows, not very well. I think perhaps I needed a permanent Sharpie or something on it. What I have done is I've gone around the edge, actually with a black Sharpie, just to give it a bit of definition. Now I'm thinking she is going to sit amongst the flowers. Like that. See if my glue will work. Give up. I'm thinking. Now I've got some, I actually printed off a whole sheet of word sayings, and I will put a link below for the free. I'll put it as a freebie on my website so you can go on and help yourself. I like this one. Flawsome, which is an adjective. No, not that bit. An individual who can embrace their flaws and still know they are awesome regardless. That's not sticking. I thought, oh yeah, that's what I like. Now I'm going to have to go around the edges, so I will speed this bit up and then see you in a moment. Right, I've gone around the edge with vintage photo, and I'm going to start putting them on. I'm just putting one line of glue across the middle, because very often I will then decide I don't like it. I am trying to keep it quite evenly balanced. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Not evenly balanced, evenly spaced. Brain's not working. Go, that's what. Okay, that's that page done. Now this page I am going to be writing on, so I do want something. How fiddly these things are. Seeing as my life seems to revolve around young ladies at the moment. No. Although saying that, he does look a bit of a handful. Yeah. Ooh, now then. Oh, I'm quite liking that. But I need to give them something to sit on, I think. So if his bum's on there, and she needs to come down a bit. Okay, that works. Right. What I'm going to do is just draw a little line, I think. Grab grab a pen and use that as my guide. Okay. You're not going to see this bit at the back. It'll make me feel better for drawing it in anyway. Yep. I quite like his feet under hers. Yay! Okay, that works. Right, I need to go around the edges of these just to give them a bit of definition, the same as I did with that one. So I will speed this bit up while I draw around the edges. Okay. Let's get my tops back on everything. Right, I think she needs to go on first. So about there. And he needs to go on about there. I don't want glue at the bottom so that I can still get his feet under. Okay. Now I can glue her feet down. And there we go. Still looks a bit. Okay, let's draw in some detail. That's not the best I've ever drawn. That needs, I don't know, something else. Let's give it some shadow. So let's this is just a charcoal pencil. That I'm just going to finish off this with. It gives that a bit of depth. Now this young lady also needs, and so I just rub that in, and I need to give this young lady needs a bit of shadow just to ground her. No, it's not quite so obvious that she's floating in midair. Right, I'm actually quite pleased with that. And then it's just down to writing. Let's find a pen. I will speed this bit up and then show you the finished thing in a moment. Okay, I've done my little bit of journaling. Oh, that's what I wanted to go around the edge of the page. So I've gone around with, that was vintage photo, but I'm thinking that doesn't really give it the kind of frame that I want. So this is, was the black, just a distress ink in black. I just want to make it a bit more pronounced. I always seem to finish these off, finish the video, and then go, oh, I need to do that. So I am trying to actually put it all into the video. I am terrible for doing that. I will go back to a page a couple of days later and go, no, I don't like that. That should be changed. It's like those need something. I don't know what. That box is okay, but it needs to be filled in, and I'm not sure. Do I put some washi tape under it? Do I colour it in? What sort of colours have we got? That might do it. Just make it a bit more. A bit more like a box, perhaps. All these things you suddenly think of after you glued everything down. I quite like that. That is much better. Let's go for the top as well. Yeah. Okay. Now they actually look like they're sat on something rather than... I don't know. I could keep going forever. This is the problem, and I do have to stop at some point. I know this. So, I'm itching to colour that in, and it's like, no. I want that white. Right, I'm going to call it quits at that. I think perhaps it's going to be so much. Right, I hope you've enjoyed it. And hopefully it won't be quite so long next time. And I will speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.